Hello guys, and thank you so much for watching today's video. So basically in today's video, what I want to talk about in today's video guys, concerns a little bit on Valentine's Day. As you can see, it's coming up. I have actually told a couple of folks that I'm going to make a video on Valentine's Day. So here we go. So this is what I'm actually planning to do, guys, is to make a Valentine's Day video, as I've said today. So I'm just going to make a Valentine's Day video, as I said today, for a lot of you folks out there. Because I just feel like it's a lot of folks want me to make a Valentine's Day video. Another secret that I have to reveal, guys, is that when I was in high school, I knew that I had a lot of guys who had a crush on me. But they all kept it a secret. As I said, no one actually told me that they had a crush on me. But for some reason, I felt as if I had a lot of guys who had a crush on me, but they didn't want to come forward at this time on their crush that they had on me. And it made sense because all throughout high school, I was single. I was by myself all the time. I didn't go to parties. I just kept to myself for the most part. I was a very shy person when I was in high school during my high school years. And I was very shy during my high school years. But it wasn't until later, until my college years, after high school, did all of a sudden I just have an influx of men that I met, that I actually have met when I was in high school, but I never had really the chance to really talk to any guys when I was in high school. As I said, I was really shy, and I didn't want to talk to any guys. I didn't date in high school or anything like that. And so it wasn't until after I dropped out of the University of Georgia, and I dropped out of my school in general. It wasn't until after my school life, after high school, that I actually did. After high school, as I said, that I actually did run into a lot of. Folks. I said I actually did run into of the men that I personally have met. Maybe at the onset of right at the beginning of my college years, when I was trying to go to college. When I was going to college, I actually met a couple of them, and most of the men that I have met were most of the men who actually were musicians and artists that I ran onto who make music, and these were the only guys that I have met. And so a couple of men in my life have actually come forward at this time, basically telling me, not telling me, but I started talking to men all of a sudden after I dropped out of, after my high school years, a little later on. And I think it's because now is actually the right time to talk to the guys who want to come forward. In my high school years, as I've said, a lot of the, I wasn't able to get into a relationship. And so there's actually a couple of guys that I knew from high school, and then, during my high school and the onset of my early college years, I did not talk to any men. I was just too shy. At the end, it's interesting because I was very outgoing, but I didn't talk to any guys during my high school years. At the onset of my college was the beginning of my bullying phase. So if you see my bullying phase, people mistaken me for Chinese because I kept on having hair in my face all the time, and I kept on wearing a cap. So I said, so if I had my hair like this, for most of my college years, I went like this. So no one could tell that I was actually, and so people thought I was Chinese. And so I was discriminated for most of my college years And so I'm actually coming out for the first time, addressing the ignorance that's in society. I said I said, and it's at the hotbed of Atlanta. The civil rights movement has been a big thing. I said the civil rights movement here. I said the civil rights movement, I said, has been quite of a. I said the civil rights movement here, I said, has been quite of a big issue in Atlanta, and the issues concerning civil rights has been a long-standing issue, as I said, and so most of my volunteered work after high school, I actually figured out what I want to do for my life because of and so I decided to embark on a civil rights. I decided to embark on a movement here. Basically, and so today, what you see me doing, guys, and so at this time of my life, I started having men who I met, who went to high school with me, and at the onset of my college years, come forward at this time, and I started talking to them for the very first time. And so there's actually a couple of guys out there. I'm not going to mention names. Obviously, I'm not going to actually mention names. But there's actually a couple of men who have come forward at this time. I just said there's actually there's actually a couple of men I said who actually have come forward at this time. As I've said. Also, because I knew that there were guys who actually have come forward, because all of a sudden after high school and after high school and after high school, all of a sudden there's an influx of men from high school that I've talked to actually come forward to me in my life for the very first time. So you can obviously imagine how that's going to turn out. And so they came out to me for the very first time. So shocking. So all of a sudden, I'm starting to talk to men in my life. And I said, there's a lot of guys who actually come forward at this time. I'm not going to exactly explain to you how they came forward, but they're coming forward to me for the very first time, which is pretty cool. I said they're actually coming forward with me. I said they're actually coming forward to me. I said for the very first time, as I've said. And I knew that I knew there's actually an influx of guys who actually had a crush on me, or I might think they have a crush on me, because there's an influx on social media that I actually went to. They start posting an influx of social media. As I said, they start posting on my birthday. There was a trend on social media where all the guys that I actually have ran into, all of a sudden, they start posting on my birthday. They start on my birthday or around my birthday, maybe a day after or a day before. They start posting messages on social media on or near around my birthday. So obviously, this is obviously an indication to me that this. So it seems to be a trend that was happening. They start posting on my birthday. As I said, they started posting on my birthday. I said so. And so because of this, I said there's actually an influx. I said there's actually an influx of men, guys who have posted on my birthday. So this to me is actually an indication that some folks may have had a crush on me when I was in high school, but we weren't able to talk during that time. And so we actually started talking after high school and college years. And so this is the video that I made. I said on Valentine's Day, for these guys to let that I knew that they posted on my birthday, in and around my birthday, as I said, on social media. As I said, on social media. So that is just my Valentine's Day video. I don't have anything special or too complex of too special or too complex, as I said. Of too special or too complex of a video to make concerning Valentine's Day. So this is sort of kind of like a little random Valentine's Day video. As I said, and the guys who were with me, I definitely kept them in my mind. The guys who were with me definitely kept them in my mind. So thank you so much for watching. So this is a very random, sort of kind of like a little boring Valentine's Day video, but I just, because I felt like that it was such a demand that I decided to make this video. And for all those ladies and folks out there who wants to have a good Valentine's Day, the best way to start, guys, to have a good Valentine's Day is to start decorating your house with Valentine's Day decor. Go ahead and decorate your house with Valentine's Day. String up Happy Valentine's Day stuff around your house. Start early, guys. Today is January the 30th, I believe. Guys, start early, guys. Start early on your Valentine's Day planning. Start early, as I said, on your Valentine's Day planning. And so come February 14th, you're probably going to have a good Valentine's Day, guys. Just get started. Just, do everything Valentine's Day, everything pink, like have pink stuff around your house and stuff. Have pink this, have pink that. Decorate your house with Valentine's Day decor, guys. Just to get started, to make sure that you have a good Valentine's Day come around February 14th, guys. And so that's my Valentine's Day's video. Thank you guys so much for watching today's video, guys. Thank you.